Yo, what's up, everybody? Mood616 here, and this is gonna be my my horror DVD collection shelf number 2. So, all right, let's just get right into this. It might take a little bit. First up, Beetlejuice. It's not your ideal horror movie. I keep it in the horror section because it does have horror elements, but you know, a classic film otherwise. Michael Keaton just does a great job as Beetlejuice. Everybody knows this one. Fantastic. Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. I always thought this movie was super cool. I love the premise of it, and I'm just really ashamed that the sequel is probably not going to get made because they can't get the funding for it. I know they started up like a Kickstart program on the internet or whatever, but it just is not panning out. They're not getting the funding for it, so it looks like it's probably not going to get made, which is such a shame. I really enjoyed that movie. The Believers with Martin Sheen. Yeah, I've yet to get this or watch this one. I just got this in, actually. And The Believers, from the director of the Blair Witch Project. This is the sequel to Malevolence. This is called Bereavement. This is actually a prequel to the movie. And I do believe that there is a third one in the process, so looking forward to checking that out. This one was pretty good. Loved Malevolence. I thought that movie was awesome. Rambach, Berlin Undead. Yet to watch that one, actually. The Beyond, Lucio Fulci's classic. I have multiple editions of this movie, but this is the Grindhouse edition. Very, very cool edition. Very awesome. Beyond Reanimator, the third installment in the Reanimator trilogy. Made for TV film. Jeffrey Combs is one of my favorite horror actors of all time. Probably my second favorite, so I love that movie. Beyond the Darkness, absolutely fucking love this movie. Joe D'Amato is just does a fantastic job in this movie, at directing it. Awesome film. Big Bad Wolf, did a review on this on the Fright Tube on Werewolf Week. Very, very good werewolf film. Very highly enjoyed that one. Big Junior, this is a really low budget film released by, I'm not actually sure, evilflix.com, that's what it is. This one was limited. I think you can still actually get this one. I know this one's limited to 1,000. I got 109, which is relatively low, actually. It's about, these 4 characters, and it all takes place in a hotel room. It's got some really, really fucking nasty shit happening in this, man. If you've seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. I highly recommend it. It's really good low-budget stuff. Big Meat Eater. This movie is ridiculous. It's funny, though. Big Trouble in Little China. Not necessarily a horror movie. Another John Carpenter film that made its way into my horror collection. That's not necessarily a horror film, but classic film otherwise. Bikini Bloodbath Christmas. I believe this is the 3rd installment in this movie. I've never seen the other ones, but I picked up this movie because it had Debbie Rochon in it, and I love her. I think she's just absolutely amazingly beautiful. Biozombie. What can I say? This movie is ridiculous. I generally wouldn't watch movies with, the English dub on, but this one right here, holy shit, is it ever funny to watch, man. Hitchcock's The Birds, classic. Bitter Feast, this movie was sent to me by NES Ruler 22, also known as Jeremy. Thank you, buddy, once again. Really enjoyed this one. It's about a chef that basically, takes matters into his own hands and, captures his critic that, bugs the shit out of him and writes really shitty reviews and makes him eat all this food, and it's fucking crazy. Black Christmas, the original Black Christmas classic. The remake, it's not as good, but I actually do enjoy it. After multiple watches, at first I didn't like it, but Black Death with Sean Bean, I really enjoyed that movie. Black Demons, this is pretty decent. Umberto Lenzi directed this movie. Not bad, actually. Black Sabbath, Mario Bava. I mean, what can you say about that movie? Classic. Black Sheep, Killer Sheep. I really enjoyed this movie from New Zealand. Black Swan, not your ideal. It's more psychological thriller than horror, but I keep it in here because, it's pretty good. Black Water, I enjoyed this movie. I know a lot of people kind of shit on this one a little bit. I thought it was pretty fun. Yeah, what can I say about that one? Good croc film. Blackula, I guess this is like blaxploitation horror. Very enjoyable. Blade of the Ripper by Sergio Martino. This is a pretty good giallo type slasher type film. Pretty cool. The Blair Witch Project. Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows. A lot of people shit on this one. I kind of like it, actually. Bleed, this is like a newer slasher film. This one also is starring Debbie Rochon, and that's the reason why I picked this one up. And it's actually not too bad. I didn't mind it. Not the greatest, but it's okay. The Blob remake, my favorite remake of all time. Blood Beach, I reviewed this on the 81 series. Honestly, the best thing about this movie is probably the cover. This is a German import. Did a good job with this release, but the movie itself is kind of slow, and I just wanted more action in it, really. Blood Car. This one is a hilarious film. It's about this dude that, is trying to make this this vehicle run up wheatgrass or whatever, and has an accident. Some blood gets into the wheatgrass, and this mix all of a sudden creates a working engine. So basically now he has to kill people to make this car work from blood. It's got some crazy subplots in it, man. Fucking hilarious movie. I thought it was awesome. Blood Creek. Blood Dolls, I reviewed this one on the Fright Tube on Charles Band Week. I really enjoyed this movie. The music's awesome. Herschel Gordon Lewis's Blood Feast. Everybody knows about that movie. Blood Feast 2. Not as good, but I do enjoy it. Blood Moon. This was also reviewed on I didn't review this on the Fright Tube, but this was reviewed. I picked it up because of that review from Danny. This is a great, great werewolf film. I really highly recommend this one. It does go for stupid prices, I noticed in a lot of places, but there is certain places you can find it for cheap. Blood Night, The Legend of Mary Hatchet, starring Daniel Harris, Bill Moseley. This movie had a good start, pretty good end. The middle I thought was a little, fucking whatever. I don't know. It's okay, though. Blood Ranch. This one kind of reminded me of like a TCM ripoff, to be honest. It was okay. It's got some pretty decent kills. Blood River. Now, this was a blind buy that I really, really enjoyed this movie, man. It's not really what you think it is. That's all I'll say with that one. Blood Shack, released by Shriek Show. Blood-sucking Nazi Zombies. This is just a cheap version of Oasis of the Zombies by Jess Franco. Bloody Bloody Bible Camp, one of my favorite movies of the last 2-3 years. Love this slasher film. The opening of this movie is just brilliant. The Bloody Ape, Super 8 goodness. Love this movie. It's fucking fantastic. Bloody Birthday, Killer Kids, what can I say? I love that movie. Bloody Christmas. This movie is fucking pretty funny, man. I actually really enjoyed this one. Love my Christmas horror. Bloody Moon. I also reviewed this on the 81 series released by Servin. Pretty decent. The kills are fucking awesome. Bloody Movie. Kind of a lost slasher film that no one really seems to talk about. This one's from 87, I believe. Very enjoyable, though. Really enjoyed it. Bloody Murder. Obviously, Friday the 13th ripoff, but very enjoyable. Part 2, pretty much on the same level. About the same for me. Really enjoyed that one. The Bloody Rage of Bigfoot. I have yet to watch this movie. I don't know what's holding me up, but I need to check that one out sometime. Bloody Reunion. Blue Monkey, from the director of Killer Party, William Freud. This is another Canadian film. Creature feature that is fantastic. Love that movie. Blue Sunshine, released by Synapse. Very, very cool film. Blue Velvet, not your typical horror film, but it is so fucking weird that I put it in here. I didn't really know how to classify this movie. David Lynch, Kyle MacLachlan, Laura Dern. What can I say, man? This movie's fucking trippy. Dennis Hopper. Yeah, if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Body Count, Rodero Didato's attempt at a slasher film. Fucking very enjoyable. I really enjoyed that movie. Body Double. This is Brian De Palma. I love that movie. Fantastic. Boo. Watched this one recently. Loved it. Great ghost story. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend that one. The Boogeyman and the Return of the Boogeyman, which is part 1 and part 3 from the original Boogeyman series, and this is the Boogeyman 2. Yeah. Boogeyman compilation of killers. Not really that great. Clive Barker's Book of Bloods. This is actually pretty decent. I really enjoy that one. Borderlands, part of the After Dark Horror Fest. This one was pretty decent. Boris Karloff collection. This one consists of Key Night from 37, Tower London from 39, The Climax from 1944, The Strange Door from 1951, and The Black Castle from 1952. There's some pretty good movies on there, I gotta say, actually. I haven't watched them all. I've watched 2 or 3, I believe. Steven Dorff in Botched. This is a fucking weird movie, man. Like, the whole premise of this one and the way it kind of, ends up, what it all comes down to is it's interesting. I can see why people wouldn't like this movie. I thought it was entertaining. It's not the greatest, though, but Tom Sizemore in Bottom Feeder. I've yet to watch this one. Frank Henenlotter's Brain Damage. Absolutely classic movie. Fuck, if you've never seen this movie, definitely seek it out. It's fantastic. Brain Dead. No, this is not Peter Jackson. This is released by Vicious Circle Films. I reviewed this on the Fright Tube. It's a zombie film. It's like an alien zombie film. It is really, really fucking good, man. I like the effects. It's campy, cheesy. It's fun though. It's really good. Brain Dead. This is the one with Bill Pullman and Bill Paxton. Excellent, excellent movie. Brain Scan. I find this movie to be really underrated. People do talk about it, but it doesn't get the props it fully deserves. Edward Furlong's in this one. Very, very cool film. The Breed. I've yet to watch that one either. Breathing Room. This one's kind of like one of those deals where, a bunch of people are stranded in in a fucking warehouse and someone's playing with them and shit. It's not the greatest. I didn't really like it that much. Boris Karloff in Bride of Frankenstein. Classic. Bride of Reanimator. Enough said. Broken. Very cool film. David Cronenberg's The Brood. Fucking love this movie. Amazing stuff. Romero's Bruiser. Kind of a lost film. Not really lost by Romero, but no one really ever seems to talk about this one at all. I really kind of enjoyed it. It's weird. It's really weird. Different for him. Brutal Massacre, a comedy starring Brian O'Halloran. Gunnar Hansen in this film. Ken Foree. You got David Naughton. This movie's very, very enjoyable. Very fun stuff. Nick Box's Brutal Jesus. If you've never seen Brutal Jesus, definitely check it out. Very, very cool stuff. Bubba Hotep, Don Coscarelli's Bubba Hotep. Enough said with that one. Roger Corman's A Bucket of Blood. I fucking love this movie, man. It's great. One of my favorite Corman movies, actually. The Bucket County Massacre. I just got that one. I have not seen that one yet. Bug, starring Ashley Judd, Michael Shannon, Harry Connick Jr. This is a fucking weird movie, man. Really, really weird movie. Burial Ground, Knight's Terror. Reviewed this one on the 81 series. Cheesy zombie shit. Italian zombie movie. Love it. Love it. This was part of my Killer Rat Week, Burial of the Rats. This was day 7, I believe. What a fucking weird movie that one was, too. Not your typical Killer Rat movie, but Ryan Reynolds in Buried. Buried Alive. Decent enough. Not the greatest, but it was okay. The classic, The Burning. The Burning Moon. Ittenbach's very, very cool fucking film, man. Released by Intervision. I definitely recommend checking that one out if you like that type of stuff, like German splatter. Burnt Offerings. Fantastic ghost story, ghost haunting kind of story. Karen Black, Oliver Reed. This movie is fucking great, man. The end of this movie is just awesome. Love it. The Butcher. I'd actually heard pretty good things about this one before I picked it up, and I gotta say, I didn't really like it, actually. I thought it was kind of bad. Cabin Fever. Enough said with that one. Cabin Fever 2. I know a lot of people do not like this movie, but I actually enjoy it because it makes me gag. So fucking disgusting. A Cadaver Christmas. Mr. Snake is 21 sent me this movie, and I really enjoyed this zombie film. Holiday Zombies. Cafeniac. This is presented by Dead Good Films Like. Got a bunch of shorts on here by Nick Box and other various directors. Very cool stuff. Calvary, also known as The Ordeal. This is a Belgian film. Very, very fucking cool film, man. I've been dying to revisit this one. And yeah, I might do a review on that one because I really enjoy that movie. Camp Blood Trilogy. Fuck, those movies are awful. The Caller. Now, this was a complete blind buy for me that I really, really enjoyed. This is kind of, the title says it all. It's about this girl that moves into this place, and she starts receiving calls from, this woman that may be from the past. Very cool film, though. Enjoyed it. Camp Slaughter, just talked about this one in a recent video. Very cool film about these guys, or about these campers that are stuck in 1981. Camel Spiders. Campfire Tales. This one has Gunnar Hansen's actually, I think he kind of presents this movie or whatever. He's in it briefly. It's kind of low budget, pretty bad, but enjoyable. Campfire Tales, this is the better one with Amy Smart, Ron Livingston. Yeah, it's got some pretty cool stories in there. Candyman, classic. Candyman 2, Farewell to the Flesh. You know what? I enjoy all three of these movies, and Candyman 3. I know a lot of people don't really like 2 and 3 that much. I really enjoy them. I've watched all three of them in a row before, and I like how the story kind of progresses and stuff. It's kind of cool. Cannibal. I've yet to watch that one, unfortunately. Cannibal Campouts, shot on video. Goodness. Oh, fuck, the end of this movie is just... it is just brutal. So brutal. Cannibal Ferox, everybody knows this one. Cannibal Holocaust, another one everyone knows. Cape Fear, I put this one in here for some odd reason, but yeah, Cape Fear, classic remake by Scorsese. The Card Player by Dario Argento, not his best work by any means, but still enjoyable. Carnival of Souls, I think this movie is classic. I love this movie, love the atmosphere. Carnosaur, I've yet to watch any of these movies, just picked them up recently. Carnosaur 2 and Carnosaur 3. The original Carrie movie, which is pretty classic, love it. Carriers, not a bad film. Carver, this one is fantastic, got really good kills, really good gore. Yeah, it's got some nasty parts in it, actually. Stuart Gordon's Castle Freak, released by Full Moon. Yeah, love that one. Recently just picked that up on Blu-ray, too. Castle of Blood, I love this movie, man. It's just fucking great. William Castle, how can you go wrong? Catacombs, I've still yet to watch this one, and we've got the remake of Cat People here, from 82, yeah, which I believe Scream Factory is giving it a good Blu-ray release. So anyways, that is going to do it for shelf number 2. Sorry that these videos are taking so long. It's hard to get through these and not, I don't just want to show them, I kind of want to talk about them a tiny bit, you know. But anyways, that's shelf number 2. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will be back sometime with shelf number 3. Peace out.